In this Abacus tutorial, I will instruct you on how to perform multiplication with two two-digit numbers, assuming that you already are aware of the place values of each rod and bead. This modern abacus is made up of 13 rods. The beam essentially signifies 0 unless a bead is touching the beam. That bead is then counted. Recall that the rods starting from right to left are counted by tens. So we have 10, 100, 1000, and so forth. If we were to count the beads to 1,000, recall that every fifth bead is equal to one bead on top. Essentially, the top beads of one rod are counted by fives, while the top beads of rod 2 are counted as 50, and so forth. The process of exchanging two beads is equivalent to 1/10th bead. We call this advancing. Now that we have completed our calculation, we must rid the abacus to perform a new calculation. So let us consider the multiplication of 27 times 25. Notice that when multiplying, we normally work our way from right to left. You will see that during the multiplication process of using an abacus, we will work from left to right. Let us set up the multiplication of our two numbers, by which we set up 27, skip a rod to resemble our multiplier, then set up 25, skipping two rods to resemble our equal sign, and then perform the multiplication from right to left. We begin by multiplying the first value of the second number to the first value of the first number. So 2 times 2 is 4. Then multiplying the first value of the second number to the second value of the first number, 2 times 7 is 14. In this case, we will need to record the value of 14 by adding the 1 to our tens place and the 4 to our ones place. Notice we need to exchange our 5 beads for one bead of value 5 at the top of the beam. Now we will multiply the second number's second value to the first number's first value. So 5 times 2 is 10. We will then add 0 to the ones rod and add 1 to the tens rod. Finally, we will take 5 times 7 to get 35. And we will place the 5 in its own ones value place while adding 3 to the previous rod. We'll then add 1, exchange for a bead of 5, 2, 3. Finally, we are left with 675.